This is my mommy, Carol Metcalf. She adopted me recently. I don't miss my mom anymore because she gives me my daily dose of guilt. But I love her. My inner child loves her. Thank you, mommy. I love you. My inner child, oh my God, so happy. Anybody's inner child would be happy with a mommy like that. She's a psychotherapist. I love being here. People come to me and they ask me, where do I get my material for my stand-up comedy? And my life is my material. I don't have to go anywhere. People come, especially when they're drunk, they say, wow, you're Russian and you're a woman and you speak with a thick accent and you're funny. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Or they say things like, wow, you're a long way from home. Like, oh, okay. Aren't you nervous to stand up and do comedy? I'm like, I was not until now. Now you put it in my head. Should I be nervous? I don't know. I'm from Russia, but I came with masters in engineering. The schools were free. We had shortages of food and toilet paper, but we had free education. It doesn't matter what language I speak. Even if I speak in Russian, like Carol, you'd be still laughing. You want to try that? Я не понимаю, почему американцы считают, что если мы русские женщины, то мы только хороши на кухне или в постели, и что у нас мы не остроумные. See, you're laughing. Carol, did you understand what I said? Yeah. Does it sound backwards? Shall I do this? So I'm gonna, if anybody wants to know what I said, come to me later. You want to know? Should I tell him? Sure. No. Okay. We have to vote now. So, anyway, speaking about birthdays, anybody had birthday recently? Yeah? Yeah, happy birthday. And did you have temporary lapse of judgment and decided to spend with your family? You know, there is a saying, if you want to know if you still have your emotional issues and you think you're fine, go spend time with your family. So I did. It was my birthday the other day. I decided to spend it with my family. So I invited 9 of them, my beautiful family, 9 of us, to Tapas restaurant in Beverly Hills. Tapas in Spanish means small portions, but we didn't realize that before we got there. So my family, 9 of us, we get to the restaurant, and my mother, she walks with a walker. She's in that age, and we got to the restaurant, and there is 20 steps going up to the door. It's an older building. So my sister immediately, she says, it's not gonna work. Let's just leave. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The negativity began. And I'm like, Mom, we'll help you, can we go up the steps? And Mom said, yeah, sure, let's do it. So we practically carry her up to those steps and walk in the door, and the hostess greets us at the door. She said, happy birthday! We have a special table for you. It's upstairs. My sister, she has a look on her face, and my mom puts her foot down there. I am not walking any more stairs. What I look to you, a mountain goat? So when we get the table downstairs, it's a picnic table. It's an upscale tapas restaurant in Beverly Hills. They have picnic tables, benches around it. So 9 of us collapse on the benches around this upscale table. And waitress comes and she said, let me tell you about the food. I'm like, oh, good. My birthday began. Now we're gonna eat and we have a good time. She said, there's no big portions. All the portions are small, made by hand by chef, and each portion is a piece of chef's art. Okay. You know, we are 9 hungry people here. Okay, we'll order everything on the menu, and if it's that small and that's beautiful and it's chef's art, and $50 per plate, why isn't it hanging on the wall? So, we're waiting, she left, we ordered everything on the menu, hoping to create one small meal. So she left and she comes back 15 minutes. The first plate arrives, the size of the quarter, okay? Size of the quarter. She puts it in the middle of the table, and here we are, 9 hungry Russian Jews. There's a history of starvation during World War II. By the way, all of us, all my family, they're making at least 6 digits. They're not starving, but they're all afraid that a shortage of food and toilet paper will come back. So, my family were not happy. My sister again said, let's just leave. I said, I'm not leaving. I'm not carrying mom downstairs on the empty stomach. So we were staying here arguing, and my birthday is just, it so far is not a happy birthday. It's so far so birthday. Everybody complaining, and I said, can you bring everything we order at once? They say, no, it takes time to prepare, so you have to wait. So we didn't realize it's 30 minutes increments with each plate. It gives us plenty of time to complain. Because we're used to Russian restaurants. Okay, and in the Russian restaurant, but she's already laughing because she knows. Before you even go inside, the appetizers are already on the table, and the table is covered with food. There's not a single inch of space left, and it's piled plates on top of each other. So we walk in, immediately we sit at the table and we start eating. And that's just the beginning. And then waiters, they carry big trays of food, more food, and they put it on the table. And one time there was so much food that table broke, but it didn't stop us Russian continuing eating off the floor picnic style. So that's how we are, Russians. And here we are at the tapas restaurant, hungrily waiting for the second course. And finally, when it arrives, another plate, size of the quarter, and they put it on the table around 9 hungry people. My sister, she takes it to herself, and she gives some to her husband, some to her daughter, and the rest of us, we are lucky if we can lick the sauce off the plate. So it wasn't, nobody was happy. My daughter, she keeps ordering cocktails, hoping to get us drunk. My sisters keep complaining. Did I tell you she was a queen in her past life and she carries it to this life? She's a brilliant doctor, you know. And the reason why I know that she's a brilliant doctor, because every time I see her, she says, by the way, I'm a brilliant doctor. And I'm very busy. I'm always flying somewhere, and I don't have time. I'm like, okay. And she says, and what do you do with your life? I'm like, oh, me? I'm collecting material for my next stand-up comedy. And wait and see, it's gonna be on YouTube if you have time. But I love you, sis, but I don't know if you have time to watch it. But still, well, that was my birthday. My sister wasn't happy. She comes to me, she said, I found a time out of my busy schedule to come to your birthday, and I'm leaving hungry. I'm going home to eat my hot cereal buckwheat, from made of buckwheat, you know, that buckwheat kasha we have in Russia. And happy birthday, I love you. That was my birthday, nobody was happy. So I called, my mother and I were very close. I call her every day for my daily dose of guilt. Little Carol. And I was afraid to call her after my birthday, I tell you. I didn't want to hear anymore negativity, but I called her like 3 days later after my birthday and say, hi Mom, how are you? And she says, oh, I had a sharp pain last night. Oh. But I didn't want to disturb you. I'm like, oh, no. She said, but by the way, talking about that restaurant we went for your birthday, I said, uh-oh, here it comes. She said, I don't want to be negative. I said, okay. She said, well, the portions were kind of small. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I noticed that, Mom. Said, don't worry, next time for your birthday, we're going to the Russian restaurants, and I have a perfect plan for my birthday. I'm going out of town with my wonderful husband for a romantic evening. So, yeah, I decided, well, I need more therapy, so I'm going to make an appointment with you, Carol, for some therapy, because my family, they brought out all the issues, and I need therapy because we have plans to go for get together with my family for Mother's Day. And I'm gonna have more material for my next one. Thank you.